she's just not that into you. You remember back how, like in high school, okay, at least for me, and well, I mean, you all remember this. So, the girl likes the boy. Usually, you're into like the quarterback of the football team, or you know, uh, college. Guys trying to get that girl, whatever. Go to the club. Hey, look, check her out. And of course, we're all interested in the prettiest girl out there, of course. And okay, so like in high school for me, I'd hear the girl. She said, "I like that guy over there." One of them might be my friends, and it's like, of course, you're kind of like using you, and she likes you too, right? But that guy. Okay, he's like the trombone player in the band or something, or this guy. It's like, guy would never ever talk about her. I'm thinking right now in high school with the girls we talked about. They're walking around in their little mini skirts on the hallways and crossing their legs certain ways, flirting with us in the classrooms. So we know who you are. We're interested in you. We like you. We like the sexual connotations you give us in class. And in college, obviously, we see the same thing. So I'm thinking to myself right now, what was it like? And really, I mean, okay, Taylor Swift. Drew looks at me. I fake a smile so he don't see. He's a reason for the teardrops on my guitar. So she's thinking about this guy all the time. And in the video, like he's like oblivious, and he hooks up with some other girl. Eventually, years later, he ends up on her driveway. But here's the thing: these guys, I would know these guys that these girls would be into, and they're not the slightest. They're not even interested in being on the band, for example. Their mom and dad want them to play in the band, or just some kind of extra, curricular stuff in school. So they got in the chess club, or they don't want to play basketball, no tennis like I did, or play in the baseball team or the football team, or even try out for anything that would be related to band, really, or music stuff. But of course, yeah, this person wants nothing to do with anything in life. They're just kind of going along playing video games all the time. That's what they're into. They're into video games, and do you think this guy's gonna go for you? So you see this in college, and there was a movie that was on recently. I walked by these TVs, and you catch certain things. And this woman, she saw this guy she used to have a crush on in high school, and then she kind of like things. I watched maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes of it. It's kind of cute, kind of funny, like how she's reflecting a lot of country songs in it. So it may have been some kind of country movie. I don't know. But she really wanted this guy. He's kind of coming back into her life. She's talking about how, she might be able to get this guy kind of thing. So, I mean, as I evaluate myself, which, I talk about this a lot on my YouTube channel and Facebook, my books, obviously my blog. People I've been involved with in my life, whether it be, you know, nonprofit organizations, a big one is Personhood USA. They're just not that into you, Jason, with regard to, they want to regulate the destruction of defenseless, innocent children and push, pills rather than allowing children to make their own decision when they get older if they want to live or die and do the whole abortion thing, or and there's a lot of people that did like me too, but not just that, but okay, the nudist organizations, or or I call it organizations, but they're more like not even clubs, just lifestyle people. I mean, I've got some great relationships with people through. I mean, of course, we're more acquaintances probably than anything, but at the nude beach in Miami, all over. I'm thinking about myself to point you to things in my life. Yeah, I mean, obviously, health is a big one for me. Money. I don't get into the companies that I own. Obviously, I talk about Plug Power a lot, Westport Fuel Systems, Gevo, Sun Power. There's a lot of different, fuel cells power, and fuel cell energy. obviously the gold companies, cryptocurrency. I'm big into that, but yeah, it's just different clubs, different organizations, different churches, and different people's groups. Clits. You think about clits all the time, right? Yeah, it's cool. Clicks. They're just not that into you. Okay, there's a reason why you're not in that clique. Jason, just as those girls were chasing after those guys, and I knew that those guys weren't the slightest bit into them. Hey, he's not into you the way you're into him. I tell people that, girls. I run with this guy, okay? Jason, these girls, they're really not into you, man. So I've really been accepting that, even though I had some great exchanges of words, beautiful phrases that were said to each other, and hugs and kisses, and done what we've done. We just, not that we're two different people. I mean, I love people who are different than me. Just that they're just, and they can say what they say. Just the Word of God, so that people don't understand this, and I like to explain it better for people to understand. I had some leftover singles. As in my pocket, feeling around like what's in there. Okay, I got a mask in there too, diaper thing. So with their mouths, they honor me. With their mouth, with their lips, they honor me. With their mouth, they draw near to me. But their heart is far from me. And I've said the thing I talk about, Galatians 5:22, 23. It's all about happiness with God and with ourselves, peace within ourselves. A lot of people, and I accept, and you know what? I would expect drug addicts to look up to me as like, wow, this guy's gotten through this. He's not living this crazy, effed up, screwed up lifestyle the way I am. But hey, I look up to that. That's I would expect you that. But at the same time, you shouldn't look at me as like, yeah, I'm into that. Because you're a drug addict. You're an alcoholic. You're, eating toxic crap junk all the time. You have no idea how to handle money or currency in your body, communicate with people, love yourself, be at peace, just have fun in life. So Jason, this girl, she's just not that into you, man. That girl, there's a lot of gay guys out there who would be like really into me. And I'm honored and privileged to accept this. So this is what I've been thinking about in the past, a few months now, really, but obviously, look, I'm not into, actions, but the reality is you see people living the way they're living, they're going about their lives, doing what they're doing. They're barely even wanting to make any time for you or come around you. There's a reason for that, dude. Girls, same thing. That guy's like hardly even looking at you, or just watch that video. I think it's called "Teardrops on My Guitar" by Taylor Swift. It really shows too. It's not that video is not about like what I'm talking about, but it's just like how she wants this guy and he's got no interest in her. He gets another girl and he's finally made it right. That's a really cute video. I'm radical. I'm way. I don't go along with the grain. I don't. Not a sheep like they are in the United States of America. A bunch of dumb fucks. These Americans are really, and Puerto Ricans too. I mean, I call them, but they're Americans, but they're American light. They're Americanized.